Should you date other people on a twin flame journey? This is a really asked question. Often I get asked this question, and there are yeses and nos to the question. So I want to dive in deeper. Remember, this journey is unique to you. So today I want to dive in how you can self inquire, how you can use the tools. My work is never to give you a yes or a no. I want to give you the tools so you can expand and go deeper into self. Remember, a twin flame journey is not a train that you can just pick to choose when you get on and off. Once you are activated onto the journey, you are always on the journey. But at certain points on the journey, when you have shifted and you are starting to come into that inner union, a soulmate can come in. Now, a soulmate can really help you expand your frequency and your energy and really start to see those core wounds. So, the reason why I said yes and no is because it depends why you are open to a soulmate. The no is why you should not date a soulmate if they come in is if you, and it's not really a definite no, but it's a no as in self inquire to self. No, if you are looking for that soulmate to fix you, if you are looking to fix that abandonment wound, so maybe you're like, I'm done with this journey. My twin flame is not turning up for me, so I just want a soulmate. Let's just have a soulmate. That will make do. They will stop me feeling alone. I don't want to feel alone anymore. Often people will say to me, I don't want to feel alone anymore, Kat. I have needs, I have requirements. And so they will think that that soulmate is there to fix those. So if they feel not enough, if they feel abandoned, then they want to bring a soulmate in like a sticky plaster to stick over the top. But remember, the wound, the crack is still below it. And unless you fix, it's a little bit like when you're fixing your house up. If you don't fix the crack, but you paint over it, guess what? That crack is coming back. And it is the same for your core wounds. If you are activated onto this journey, you can have every single soulmate coming in. But if you still have that wound there and you haven't fixed the wound, guess what? You're on an awakening journey. That wound, that soulmate will show you that wound in even a bigger aspect. Now, sometimes those triggers and those wounds are needed for you to shift into a higher frequency. Where the yes comes into play is if you have shifted on the journey and you're doing the work, you're being in the frequency, and you're really starting to expand. And often at this point, your divine counterpart can come back in and also a high level soulmate. And at this point, it can be quite confusing on where you go. And the what I always say is have an open heart. Have that heart chakra be open. Not from a place of no boundaries, but from a place of you are open to every possibility and see what is aligning with you. See what feels sacred to you. Now, a soulmate can come in to actually help you grow and expand. A soulmate connection is a lot more comforting. A soulmate connection will help you expand and grow in a gentle way. It often is a lot more gentler anyway than what a twin flame connection is. Now, there may be a time where soulmate comes in and they may stay in for a short time, only then for the twin to come in later. My What I'm trying to get over on this video today is, it depends where you are on your journey. Remember, this is an awakening journey. If you're trying to bring a soulmate in to fix core wounds and to come from a mind and ego perspective, but the wound is still there, then the wound will crack over. You know, we can't paint over this and think, oh, it all looks perfect, let's bring a soulmate in. That wound will crack open again. But if you've done the work and you're coming from a place of, I'm open to any possibility, I know that I am on a journey. I know that this is a path of awakening. I know that I'm on the path of enlightenment, but I'm open to every possibility. Then it can come in to really help you expand, to really help you grow in a really beautiful way. So be open to every possibility. Know that should you or shouldn't you date a soulmate, there is no set yes or no answer. There is only an infinity of possibilities. And remember, this is a journey that you are on. Once you are activated on a twin flame journey, you don't suddenly get off the twin flame journey. You're learning how to work with that shared energy, that one consciousness. And as you heal, they heal. You know, this is a journey that is always forward moving. And when we let go, when we are open to all possibilities and we allow everything to ebb and flow, then everything is moving through us. I hope this helps. It's, you know, sometimes people always want a give me a yes, give me a no answer. But this is a journey. It's a journey of expansion. It's a journey of delving into the shadow aspect. Within the spiritual community, especially within the twin flame journey and the twin flame community, it can be full of all pink, fluffy stuff where there's no shadow inquiry. Without shadow inquiry, without delving deeper, there truly is no journey. The awakening journey is not full of pink, fluffy rainbows and unicorns. You know, within the shadow, within the darkness, that's when you're going to up level. When you up level, that is when your twin can shift into that frequency. The key, though, is learning how to hold that frequency so your twin doesn't pull you into that lower, needy, wanting frequency of trying to, you know, fix a wound that actually needs to evolve, needs to heal at the deepest level. You know, there is that beautiful saying, you know, when we really find that true light is from the darkness, it is from the wound. That is where we find our light. That is where we find our truth on the journey. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to dive deeper. Don't be afraid of those triggers, because those triggers, those wounds are only taking you to the next level. And as you take to the next level, as you shift to the next level, as you embody the next level, then you shift in frequency. You get out of the yearning, the wanting, the desiring, and you shift into that beautiful frequency of grace, of absolute, of oneness, of consciousness, of divine. I hope this helps. If you need more help and support, my website is there and it dives deep into the journey so you can evolve beyond the wanting, the needing, the desiring, the endless searching, the pain. Go beyond that and see how beautiful the journey is for you. I send you so much love. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And if you're ready to shift today, we are live for 2 hours today in Awaken to Consciousness and then the Journey to Oneness, where we dive all the way deep into the shadows, into the light, into evolving into that beautiful frequency of divine. Much love.